Well, that's not the only stream that happened this week. Jesus Christ. Oh man, the other stream that happened on, was it Friday? Was it
Yes.
okay. So Disney and Marvel had a game showcase on Friday. I believe it was just 30 minutes long. So this was a short one, and they had small snippets of games that they were announcing. I'm going to blow through the mobile games real quick. Marvel Strike Force is going to add Red Hulk. Okay. Disney's Mirrorverse is going to have a Halloween season. Sure. Next up, there's a mobile MMORPG shooter for Avatar called Avatar Reckoning. Okay. And that was it, I think. Oh no. Marvel Snap was announced. It's an upcoming free-to-play collectible card game. It got a release date of October 18th. It's coming to PC as well. I've heard decent things about it, except that it's really grindy. So there's that. Marvel World of Heroes was announced. This is a Marvel AR game. It's being made by Niantic. It's Pokemon Go with Marvel superheroes, essentially. And I think that's it for the mobile stuff. That's a lot of stuff that are mobile, so I'm glad we blew through that. Disney Speedstorm is a kart game that's going to be free to play. They showed off racers and a track that was inspired by Monsters Inc. Cool. Okay. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga gets a new Galactic Edition and new characters. I guess the Galactic Edition has all the DLC packs that are in it.
Yeah, it's going to be sort of like a greatest hits version.
Okay. So that's cool. Disney Dreamlight Valley is going to add Toy Story into the game later this year. I don't know if that's DLC or if it's just an update, but apparently this was launched into early access. I didn't know that. I thought that was a finished game. Huh.
Yeah, it's basically just Animal Crossing with a Disney skin on it. So if you're kind of into stuff like Animal Crossing, then you'll probably have a lot of fun with it. But the Toy Story stuff, it just sounds like it'll be seasonal stuff, kind of like the Animal Crossing content. So if you want the Toy Story stuff, then you need to prepare yourself for October, since that should be the time frame that they announced that it would be coming in sometime in October. They didn't announce a specific date. So, yeah, I would say just if you're a real big fan of Toy Story and you're playing this game in particular, then yeah, just you better prepare for October and prepare to grind to get all the Toy Story stuff you want.
Yeah. So I was really happy about this announcement. I did not have a Sega Genesis when I was younger. I had a Super NES. And even though my parents made the right decision for me in my life, showing me to the superior console that was given to me, they gave me the best because they love me. I was unable to play this game that is now being remastered, and it's Gargoyles. The Gargoyles Remastered is being released to modern consoles and PC. I don't think they gave a date, and they showed very little on this. But just that they are releasing this is exciting to me, so I can't wait for that.
I would say that if you really liked the sort of vintage releases, kind of like the Lion King package that they released a while, and also the Aladdin game set that they had released, then chances are that there's probably going to be a limited physical edition copy that will have a box that looks like the Super Nintendo cartridge box. So if you're kind of into that whole vintage game aesthetic, then yeah, I would imagine that this Gargoyles release is probably going to get a physical copy release with a box that looks like Super Nintendo box art.
Yeah. Hey guys, can we get a Blu-ray of Gargoyles? You know, get the whole series? Can we do that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, come on, guys. If this is popular and makes sales, I can see them doing that. But I think Gargoyles is on Disney Plus. maybe. I'll look into that later. Aliens Dark Descent had some gameplay shown. I didn't realize this was a top-down shooter, but it looks decent. So that's coming in 2023. Return to Monkey Island gets a new trailer. Comes out on Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th. That's next week. So, yeah. I mean, if you're interested in that game, it's not my cup of tea, but there you go. You're set. Another quick gameplay overview for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I'm sorry. I can't wait for the new Avatar movie to bomb and to see this bomb too.
Oh yeah, just this one, it's a multiplayer PvE sort of thing, and just my thought was just like does Avatar really have that much of a fandom that warrants a sort of horde defense and base building sort of game? Because I just don't see the fandom being there.
But the problem with it is executives see that it made so much money. Like it made more money than any movie has ever made. But they think that means that it's liked and popular and beloved, which it just isn't. The Avatar got all of its sales because it utilized the 3D goggles that were popular, or it might still be popular in movie theaters, but not as much as it used to. But at the time, the 3D goggles were really popular, and they utilized those 3D glasses the best out of any movie. And you kept hearing people say you have to see it in 3D. And that's what made it so popular. That's how it made billions of dollars. So, but anybody who's seen it outside of that has always said it's not really that good. It looks beautiful, but the story kind of sucks, and the characters are pretty much cardboard. So, yeah. And I agree with that. So, like I said, I'm waiting for the movies to bomb and for this to bomb, because I don't know why they're spending so much money doing this. I just don't know why. But they're going to do it, and yeah. The announcement that I think got a lot of people excited was Illusion Island, which is a 4-player 2D platformer starring Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy. A lot of people were excited by this, and they were actually excited by the art style too that I saw. So that's pretty cool. And I gotta admit, the art style is nice. So
yeah, the vibe that I got from it is it looked very much like Rayman Legends. So if anyone out there was a big fan of Rayman Legends, I would highly suggest you keep your eyes on Illusion Island and just see where it's priced at and how it's coming along, especially when they get a little bit closer to releasing it. Be forewarned that it is for now Switch exclusive, so I haven't seen any sort of announcements saying if and when it'll be coming to other platforms like PC or PlayStation or Xbox. So that's the only caveat I have. But yeah, just if you were really into stuff like a Rayman Legends and kind of like the idea of having to cooperate with your friends to kind of synchronize and solve puzzles while platforming and stuff like that, then yeah, just Illusion Island is probably going to be an absolute blast.
Yeah. This next game that was announced, I think it was one of the first games announced, but it surprised everyone. A visual novel based on Tron called Tron Identity. Look, I haven't seen any of the Tron movies, but I know it has a dedicated following. And especially with people who are, people who are gamers. So the fact that they are taking out this property and making a game out of it, and the people who made Thomas Was Alone is doing this game. So that's an interesting developer to do this. But yeah, they're making a visual novel out of Tron. It's set to be released in 2023. It's for PC and consoles. I don't see this making... Okay, look. If they price this right, this could be a decent seller. But if this is a $60-$70 game, I don't see this doing well. So let's hope they price this right.
The last announcement that I kind of have an issue with, but I mean I've griped about this before and ad nauseum, is they showed this concept trailer by Skydance New Media, and it's going to be a game that is set during the World War II era, involving Hydra and Black Panther and Captain America.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say that I take issue with the games or anything, but it was just one of those things that, why announce it when you don't even have a name for it, and all you've got is just kind of like a flashy little trailer? Just why?
Yeah. No, I agree. I get so annoyed by that. They basically wanted, I guess, hype for it, essentially. Like, this is a game that if that's all they're showing, don't expect this for another 3 or 4 years, is what I think. And in that time, things can go wrong. They could delay it again. They could cancel it. So I don't see why I agree with it. I don't see why they would announce this and show this off. So, yeah, it's going to star Captain America and Azuri, which is T'Challa's grandfather. It's not going to be T'Challa's father, so that's interesting. It's going to set in World War II. It's interesting. Like, the concept is interesting, and I think one of the people that are on our server, who's a big comics fan, said that the storyline itself was good, but not really fleshed out very well. Like, it was kind of a slight story. So
yeah, a bit thin on content.
Yeah. So they would have to they would have to really fleshen this out in order to do it. The good thing, though, is this is done by Amy Hennig, and even though almost every game she has done since Uncharted has gotten canceled, she still has that credibility. So this may turn out pretty well, but it's way too soon to actually to discuss anything about it. So yeah, I agree with you. This was announced way too soon. It just seemed like they just needed more to announce and for this live stream. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. I don't even know what it looks like. So whatever. What can we do? But that was it for the stream. Why did they do a stream? Like, there wasn't a lot to announce here. And what they did, they showed like 30 seconds, a minute at most. Like, in most cases. So, what was this, like a 30-minute stream? If that?
Yeah.
I don't get why they did the stream. They could have just released the trailers for these with no problem. They didn't need Captain America and Black Panther. The update on Midnight Suns was appreciated, and that it got a date for October 31st. Is that October 31st? No, it's December 2nd. I'm sorry. They're putting more advertising starting October 31st for Midnight Suns. But that's cool, I guess. But yeah, I'll say it again. This didn't need to be a stream. They could have just released these trailers, put up a PR blitz, put it on Twitter, and be fine. So, I wasn't really impressed with this stream. Hopefully this is not something they do every year. Because if it is, I don't know if I want to catch up with these.
Yeah, I think really just what kind of irked me was just the World War II Hydra, Captain America, Black Panther thing. Just because it was just kind of hey, we have a concept, but we don't even have a title for the game, so get hyped for this. It was just like, why bother? This is not a good way to announce something. This is just as bad as the Sony presentation with Rise of the Ronin being announced for 2024. It's just way too early to announce this sort of a thing.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening and watching this podcast segment of the Capital Games Podcast. Me and Zero thank you for clicking on the video and watching. If you want, we have another video on the screen right now where you can listen to if you are interested. We also want to let you know that we do a movie podcast called the Capital Games Movie Club. This week, we are reviewing A Beautiful Mind. Last week, we did V for Vendetta. So if you're interested in either of those, or any of our opinions on the movies that we have reviewed, go ahead and click on it on the screen right there. Thank you again for listening and watching. I hope to hear from you next time. Bye now.